Hi, this is Nikhil Rastogi, and we are here for the weekly sessions of Ask Tech Tree, where we answer your questions. So we have a question from Arun Kandikonda. I hope I have pronounced your name right. He says, I have an HTC Desire V with 512 MB RAM. Is it up for Jelly Bean update anytime soon? So Arun, there are actually two answers to your question. Number one, is there going to be a Jelly Bean update for my 512 MB RAM Android phone? I don't think so. That is simply because, well, HTC knows if they update your current ICS phone to Jelly Bean, it will tend to, slow down a bit. Other than that, the updates themselves generally happen on phones that are just brand new released, which are come out from the factory, and they would prefer to do that since they fine tune it for that. For the current generation, mostly not. Second thing is 512 MB RAM coming from personal Sony Xperia Solar experience. Even that phone has a 512 MB RAM, and that too is not going to get an update simply because your user experience will immensely slow down. And this not only does HTC know, so does Sony, so does every Android user know. So whatever you currently have running as 512 MB RAM, stick to it. Honestly, it's good for it. The second question we have from Avinash B, who asks, what is the current status of Akash tablets? When will it be available? Akash 3 tablets. You generally don't know when Akash has already released Akash 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And there's a good reason. Akash 3 tablets are generally released not for the masses, they're released for educational institutions. So I believe if you are a student, perhaps in a government organization or something, you would get special privileges to get an Akash tablets due to its low end price. So I'm not sure whether you can go for it, but you can definitely ask fellow students, or if you have a student ID, you can definitely try from the site itself. Second thing is that if you cannot get an Akash tablet, there are a lot of tablets which are equally spec'd, but perhaps the price may be slightly more, but would fit your budget. So you have other manufacturers such as Micromax or Carbon, which would pretty much do your job. Third question from Satnam S. He asks, is it a must that an Android device needs an antivirus? If yes, please suggest one. So Satnam, you're looking for an antivirus for your Android device. Honestly, I won't really suggest it because first of all, I don't know the configuration of your Android device. I'm assuming it would be 512 MB RAM. But if it is, don't bother with it because I think you will, with your other present 30 apps that you have installed, it will slow down quite a bit. Those with 1 GB RAM and above, I still don't see how it's going to be helpful. And this is purely because I'm an Android user and I know I install everything from the Google Play Store officially. So you are not generally going to land up with issues such as viruses. However, friends are going to send you Bluetooth and you're going to attach your Android device in various computers. So yes, you would perhaps get virus issues. So there are two antivirus that I can suggest. One is AVG, which is a free antivirus on Google Play Store, and you have Avast, which is also pretty nice. The interface is nice and it pretty much does your job. But I must warn you again, from personal experience, don't bother installing these. Just be a little careful of how you use your phone and where you install your apps from, and I think you should be good to go. Fourth question from Naveen. He asks, which one should I buy, an S3 or a Nexus 4? So good question, Naveen. In fact, I myself have been looking for an upgrade from my present Android phone to a S3 or a Nexus 4. So let's look at the pros and the cons. So the best thing that the Nexus 4 has going for itself is that it's an official Google Android phone. So that means you get the latest updates on your phone first. What is not going very great for it is, number one, it's not expandable. So if you like to shove a lot of songs and videos, etc., I think you'll feel the pinch there. Third thing, the Nexus camera is not very good for a 27,000 wala phone upgrade. So it's not bad, but it's not something you'd expect, unlike the S3, which has a much better camera. And the last, and ye jara zyada dhakka padega, the Nexus 4 has a complete glass solution. That means it's got glass behind too. So it looks nice and shiny, but when you do drop it, it does tend to shatter, and that bahut lagta hai. As far as the S3 goes, it doesn't have official Google updates, and that shouldn't stop you. It has, I think, up till Jelly Bean Max update, and I think that's pretty good for anyone, so to speak. Two, it has a good screen. For 27,000, you're getting a nice AMOLED screen, and the blacks on the screen are quite nice. Three, it has a very good camera. For 27,000, any day better than the Nexus 4. Four, it has micro SD card support, which is great for those who like to put a lot of movies, games, etc. No problems there. And last thing, well, the S3 does look a bit like this S4 big brother. So I think when you hold the phone in hand, people will say, hey, you got an S4, and you say, yeah. So which one would I go for? If you want a good camera, a good screen in under 27,000, I don't think you'd get anything better right now than S3. But if you're really concerned about official Google updates, and purely on the basis of that, I think the Nexus 4 would perhaps fit your bill. For your tech queries, get in touch with us on our Twitter handle @TechTree with #AskTechTree.